Hello guys, I'm back again. Welcome back to my channel. On this video I'll be cutting a circle flare, a long circle flare with this material. Looking at the material already, you can see that I've already folded it, but I will open it and show you how I fold it. So now I'll open the material and show you how I fold it. This is the material. This is the, I hope you can see it. So, and this is the end part. So I fold it this way. I hope you see what I did. You see the way I folded it. So this is the way I folded it. Right now I'll measure out the waist and the length of the gown. So the length of the gown is 48. 48, I'll be adding 1 inch sewing allowance and 1 inch. I'll be adding just 1 inch sewing allowance, an extra 1 inch for hemming allowance. That will be okay for me because I'm going to do English moving on it. So the length of the gown I'm cutting is, total is 50 inches. I have my 50 inches. Alright, you're seeing it. So this will be my starting line. Here is my starting line. Here will serve as the waist. So from here now I'll measure out the waist. The waist measurement is 11 inch plus 2 inch sewing allowance, which will give me 13 inches. So I want the waist to be accurate, 13 inches. So here is my 13 inches. So from this waist I will mark out my 50 inches. So looking at it, I've marked out my 50 inches. As you can see, that's where my 50 inches is. And here is my waist. Remember, the waist is divided by 4. So I divided the waist by 4. I'm cutting out the front. I'll use this one to cut out the back. Then looking at this place, you will see that this place is not complete. So I will attach fabric on it. I'll join material on it so that it will complete the round flare. To complete the circle flare, I mean. So now I'll cut this one out, using it to trace out the back. I hope you can see it. This is for the front. I'll use this to trace out the back. So looking at what I have here, you see, this is for the zipper allowance. I'm cutting out the back with the zipper allowance. This is for the zipper allowance. And so I've cut out this one. Let me cut the remaining one. So now to complete the front one, all I have to do now is to join the pieces. See the pieces here. So all I have to do now is to join it, to use it to complete this one. So I've pinned it down. All I have to do is turn it to the other side. So I've turned it up. So all I have to do now is to cut it. I'll trim out the excess. So I just trim out the excess. Let me turn the other side. I hope you can see what I have here. So I've completed the front. All I have to do is to join it. I'll join it back together. This is the front. I hope you see it very well. So this is the front. Then I'll move back down in cutting the upper part. So now we are cutting the upper part. So the half length of the person is 18 inches. Then I'll be adding 1 extra inch for sewing allowance, making it 19 inches. It's a shoulder gown. It has shoulder. So here will be my starting line. From here I'll mark my 19 inches. So from these 19 inches, I'll get my armhole, which is 9 inches. As in the bust line, 9 inches. Then the shoulder measurement is 18 inches. Divided by 2 will give me 9. So I'll bring the 9 down to the bust line. This is the 9. Then I'll mark 1 inch for shoulder slope. I'll slope it down to the shoulder. Then the bust measurement is 48 divided by 4 will give me 12 inches. 12 inches, I'll be adding extra 2 inches for sewing allowance, which is 14 inches. Then to mark my armhole, I'll come to the midpoint from my shoulder slope. I'll come to the midpoint, which is 4 inches. Then from these 4 inches, I'll come inward by ½ inch. Then from here, I'll carve my armhole. This is for the front armhole. Then to carve the back armhole, I'll mark it directly from the line. So this is my back armhole and this is my front armhole. Then the neckline. The width of the neck I'll use 4 inches, while the depth the length I'll use sorry, the length I'll use 4 inches. So I'll connect it. Here is the length, here is the width. So I'm marking round neck. So this is the neck I'll be using. Or you can as well bring it down if you want. But for now I'll be making use of 4 by 4. Then the waist measurement is 46 divided by 4 will give me 11 and a half. 11 and a half plus 2 inches sewing allowance, which is 13 and a half. Then plus 1 inch for that, which is 14 and a half. So this is for the front pattern of the gown. I'll cut it out using it to trace out the back. So I've cut the back, added zipper allowance. I added 1 inch for zipper allowance. Now I'll cut the front neck. This is for the front neck. Then to this side, of the blouse, I will minus 1 inch. It's called side slope or side slant, anyone. I will minus 1 inch and slant it to the center. My reason for doing this is so that the side of the gown will not have any bulge on it. It will just stand, it will just be straight on the person's body. It will just hug on that person's body. There will not be no folding. There will be no folding on it, sorry. It will just give that person a nice fitting. Then to the back, I'll cut 1 inch straight. I won't be slanting it. I'll cut 1 inch straight. Then the reason for the back is for the side to rhyme with the front side, and for this zipper side, so that you will not have any fold at the zipper area. When you attach your zip, it will go straight. It won't have any bulge at the zipper side. So that's my reason for cutting out 1 inch at the back and cutting out 1 inch at the front, slanting it, so that when I join these two together, looking at it now, when I join these two together, you will see the side will rhyme. It will rhyme together. Then to this side, you see the back is up. The back goes up than the front. You see that? So when I attach this back one to the down part and fix my zip, it will not have any bulge at the back of the person wearing it. It will go straight, making the zip to stand straight. That is my reason for cutting this out. But if you don't want that, you can sew yours normal. But this is how I normally do my own, so that it will give that person the fitting the person needs. So now I'll cut the neck of the back. I'll cut the neck. So the neck, the down part will be 3 inch, the length will be 3 inch, and the width, remember, 4. But because I added 1 inch for zipper allowance, I'll be marking 5 inch, so that when I might lost my 1 inch for zip, I'll have 5. I'll have 4 left, sorry. So the back is 4 by 3. If you include the zipper allowance, it will be 5 by 3. So I'll now cut the zipper area open. Then I will now cut the shoulder of the front. Remember, the shoulder I cut was the back shoulder. So I will now trim it out. I hope you can see it. So this is for the front and this is for the back. So let's move to cutting of the sleeve. The is a flare sleeve. It's a cold shoulder gown. Cold shoulder gown. So it has flare sleeve. Yeah, to cut the sleeve, I'll be using pattern paper. My reason for the pattern paper is because I don't have enough fabric down here. So I will cut the sleeve on a pattern paper. Then I'll use it to trace it on the material, on the fabric. So to cut the sleeve, the round shoulder, you have to measure the person round shoulder. Remember, we are cutting off a cold shoulder sleeve, so it's a flare. Then you measure the person round shoulder. Whatever you get from the round shoulder, you might lose the shoulder measurement. Like here, I have 48 for the round shoulder. Then the shoulder measurement is 18 inches. That 18 inches for front, then another 18 inches for back, making it 36. Then I'll minus 36 from 48. I'll have 12 left. Let me do it again. The round shoulder is 48. The shoulder measurement is 18. 18 for front, 18 for back, making it 36. 18 plus 18 is 36. Then 36, you minus 36 from 48. I'll have 12 left. Then remember where the sleeve is for two sleeve, right and left. So I will divide that 12 by 2, which will give me 6. Then on that 6, I'll add 1 inch for sewing allowance, making it 7. Then I'll add extra 1 inch for free. I want the sleeve to fall out. I don't want it to be tight on the person, making it 8. So that 8 inches I have. The paper I fold here, look at it. I fold it into 2. I fold into 2. Then fold again by 4. So that's 8 inches. I will divide it by the 4 pieces I have here, which will give me 2 for each. So we are looking for 2 inches. Then I'll mark 1 inch to the both sides. I'll mark into 1 inch. We are looking for 2. Remember, 2 times 4 will give me 8. So I marked 1 now and I measure it. It didn't give me accurate 2 inches. I hope you are seeing what I'm doing. I marked 1. I put my tape from this point. I mark 1 all round and I measure it. The round didn't give me 2 inches, so I mark 1 1/4. I'll mark it all round. Then I'll measure it again. So I've marked 1 1/4 and I measure it. This one give me 2 inches. So the length of the sleeve that I'm cutting will be 10 inches. Then the length is supposed to be 11 inches, but because the sleeve will have a bind, if you look at the picture very well, you see a bind at the sleeve. So on my last 1 inch, the sleeve length will now be 10 inch. So from this mark here, I'll measure 10 inch all round. So this is my 10 inch all round. I will now cut it out. I will cut this place out too. So this is it for one sleeve. Then I will cut this place open. This is it for one sleeve. Then I will use this sleeve also to cut the second one. It is 2 flare. So all I have to do for the second one, the length will be 8 inches. So I will use the same pattern paper and measure 8 inches. So this is for the first one, this is for the second one. So I'll use this pattern paper to trace out the longer one, the one with 10 inches length. After cutting it out, then I will trim this place out. I'll trim it off. After trimming it off, I will use this one, the length 8 inches, to trace out the remaining sleeve. So now I've traced out the flare. This is 1, this is 2. I use 1 pieces of this to do it. So this is the trace out, the one flare, both for the 2 sleeve. Look at it, you see, and this is for the other flare. Then this will serve as the bind. I cut 3 inches. If I fold it by 2, it will give me 1.5. Then ½ inch is for the sewing allowance, and 1 inch will be for the bind. So that is it for the coat shoulder sleeve, the flare, the long gown flare. So I've cut everything, I've shown you everything. Thank you so much for watching my video. Thank you for watching to the end. I thank you all. I thank you guys. You are doing wonderful. Thank you guys. Please subscribe on my channel if you are new. Subscribe, click the notification bell. Then if you have not subscribed before, please do well to subscribe. Click the notification bell so that you'll be notified each time I upload a new video. Thank you guys. Share my video. I love you guys. Mwah.